and welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani. In the headlines, vehicular access to Delices and Boetica in 4 weeks. Honorable Minister for Telecommunication reports on the 32nd meeting of ECTEL ministers. Details of these and other interesting stories when we return. Welcome back. Government has settled on a final option to bring vehicular access to the people of Boetica and Delices. Delices and Boetica remain cut off from the rest of the island after Tropical Storm Erica's flood waters created a huge gorge, making life challenging for persons of these communities. Acting Prime Minister Reuben Blackmore called a press conference on Wednesday to bring the country up to date on several matters regarding post-Erica recovery efforts.
As we pursue the broader developmental objective of rebuilding a better Dominica, we have been able, since the passage of Erica, to embark on some immediate response mechanism with a view of bringing some semblance of normalcy back to this country. We have been able to actually open up access to most of our major arteries and communities. And in that regard, talking about access to our major arteries and communities, there are some areas that are actually still cut off from the rest of the country. Boetica and Delices.
Parliamentary representative for the Lapland constituency, Peter Serja, has been working assiduously from day one. However, for him and for government, it has always been safety first.
The advice coming to us is that the Pitted Savan Road, which has been an option that has been put forward by a number of my constituents. In fact, while we are here at this press conference, there are individuals who are around the city of Rosa with petitions and on radio programs postulating the view that we should open up access through Pitted Savan to allow my constituents to access the other sections of the country. But the professional advice that has been given to us, and you heard it this morning, is that because of the unstable nature of the Pitted Savan belt, the Pitted Savan area, it has been deemed unsafe for vehicular traffic.
The Ministry of Public Works was mandated to come up with solutions to provide access bearing safety in mind. One of their estimations is that a minimum of 4 months would be needed to build a bridge over the gorge. However, a more immediate solution was needed to provide motorable access. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Works describes restoring access as extremely challenging. Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Public Works, Emil Lancelot, says assessment shows that even 9 weeks after the storm, the area is still unstable, highly saturated and unsafe.
Visits to the area by geotechnical experts from the World Bank and other institutions have confirmed our findings and endorsed our recommendations. Therefore, we also would like to advise the public that this area should not be treated as a tourist attraction in any way, and the public should avoid making excursions to the area for sightseeing.
Up to this point, several measures have been taken to create some sort of access. First, a zip line and then an upgraded footpath above the gorge. Lancelot outlined the plans for the access road.
We have designed a route just upstream of the road at the gorge, the old road that is, to create a motorable access to the landlocked communities of Boetica and Delices. That design will include the construction of a panel bridge to cross that gorge, and the road approaching that panel bridge will be at a safer slope than what we would have had to deal with if we were to attempt to upgrade the footpath. So we hope to start construction of this access road during the course of this week, and we expect that it should take, with the effort that we will demand of the contractor, it should take approximately 4 weeks. So we are hopeful that in 4 weeks the people of Boetica and Delices will have motorable access.
Meantime, Honorable Senator is diffusing claims that access can be created to these communities via Petit Savan. The MP for the constituency reiterated that his primary concern and that of government is the safety of the people of these communities.
The issue of the safety and security of every Dominican, including the people of Boetica and Delices, is paramount. And we will not take any decision that will jeopardize the safety and security of the people of Dominica, that including Delices and Boetica.
The Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority, ECTEL, is charting a way forward as it relates to pertinent issues within the telecommunications sector. That's according to Minister for Telecommunications, Science and Technology, the Honorable Kelva Daru, who attended the 32nd regular meeting of ECTEL Council of Ministers in St. Kitts and Nevis on October 16, 2015. In an exclusive interview with GIS News, Honorable Daru stated that ECTEL is proud to be one step closer to the finalization of the Electronic Telecommunications Bill.
One of the key agenda items that we looked at was the Electronic Communications Bill. This is a very important bill that currently ECTEL is placing tremendous emphasis on, because this bill will replace the Telecommunications Act of 2000. As we are aware, there have been significant changes within the telecommunications sector, that is to say in regards to competition, licensing arrangements, and convergence and the likes. And the Council of Ministers had mandated ECTEL to review that bill and to present a proposal on the way forward to chart a more smooth way for the sector.
ECTEL's role is to promote market liberalization and open entry within the telecommunications sector, as well as formulate harmonized policies at a regional level and to establish fair pricing and the use of cost-based pricing among telecommunication providers.
One of the objectives coming of that bill is to ensure that we can promote fair competition within the ECTEL member states, and that is important, particularly as it relates to the controlling of costs for telecommunication services. That is to say, for your phones, use of telephone calls, that is to say for data, broadband, all of these things. It has to be regulated in such a way that the consumers will not be drastically impacted.
The minister gave details on other topics that were addressed, such as public consultation on the Electronic Telecommunications Bill and roaming costs.
We will have a public consultation within the ECTEL territories, and that will be to discuss the new EC bill, so we can hear from the stakeholders as to their general impressions on the bill and certain areas they may think we need to amend and look at more closely. We will also be having the legislative drafters from the ECTEL member states review the revised bill to advise properly the Council of Ministers onto the way forward. We also looked at the issue dealing with roaming rates within the region. And that, in fact, is a very important issue, simply because we've found out that within the OECS territories, the cost of roaming is prohibitive. You leave Dominica and you go to another country within the OECS territory, you receive a call, you make a call, you open an email, whatever the case may be, it is costly. And at the 31st meeting of the Council of Ministers, we mandated ECTEL to advise us effectively on the cost of roaming within the OECS. ECTEL engaged a consultant from the ITU to be advised properly, and they looked at similar models as it pertains to different regions.
The European Union, certain countries within the African nations, and the Persian Gulf were looked at as models which have totally eliminated roaming rates. The minister revealed that a paper was presented to the ministers on this matter. It is hoped that early in 2016, a final decision will be made on roaming rates within the OECS.
We want to ensure that our customers are the ones who benefit, And I'm sure that the service providers, they will work along with us, because ECTEL is the OECS regulatory body, and they can at some point in time, based on the legislation, advise the Council of Ministers to take a decision in the best interest of the consumers. So we are looking at these issues, and we are hoping that moving forward we can come to an amicable solution where we can eliminate the whole issue of roaming rates within the OECS territories.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. On Wednesday, students from 3 high schools in the Rosa area received their government-issued tablets from officials of the Ministry of Education. The presentation is part of government's One Tablet per Child initiative. Representatives from the Convent High School, St. Mary's Academy, and St. Martin's Secondary School all gathered at the Convent High School to receive their devices. The Honorable Minister for Technology, Kelva Daru, commended the Convent High School on their proactive stance on the use of technology within the classroom.
I want at this point in time to also recognize and to commend the Convent High School for really setting the benchmark in the use of the technology at the schools. The Convent High School has a very solid IT program where the students, the staff, and the teachers, as well as the parents, can be very interactive. So the parents can go onto the site and they can find out and observe how their students are doing in their classes. And that is very commendable. And I must say that other schools across the country should take a leaf from the Convent High School in so much as the use of technology within the classroom setting. And I personally have experienced it because I have a daughter attending the Convent High School, and I have experienced it myself. And I'm very pleased with the website and the information that's available on the site and the interaction that takes place between the parents, the teachers, the principal, and the students as it relates to information technology at the school.
In his address to students, the Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Senja, stressed the importance of technological literacy.
We are cognizant that we live in an age when technology is intertwined in almost every aspect of our lives. It now affects how you shop, how we socialize, connect, play, and even most importantly, how we learn. We live in a dynamic world, a knowledge-based society where advances in technology are rapidly and quickly shaping the customary methods. It only makes sense, therefore, young people of Dominica, to have mobile technology in our classrooms that will expose our youth to the skills and the knowledge that you need to be successful in a rapidly advancing technological environment.
The Honorable Minister also believes that technology plays a key role in all aspects of life and therefore cannot be ignored.
I believe that in order to survive in the post-secondary education and business world, students will need to be computer literate so as to be marketable in a competitive school and work setting. As a ministry, we believe that there are countless ways that technology can be used in the classroom, whether it is through web-based projects, exploration and research, or student-created videos or slideshows. I believe that technology integration or the use of technology resources such as laptops and tablets should be a regular feature in classroom practices and even in the management of schools.
Principal of the Convent High School, Josephine Dublin, urged the students to be responsible with the devices.
I do believe that the Ministry of Education and the administration of the schools represented here do share the view that the value of information, of interaction, of research capabilities available outweighs the possibility that students may obtain material inconsistent with the educational objectives of our schools. I wish, though, to underscore to all students present the fact that proper behavior relating to the use of tablets or any other mobile device is no different than proper behavior in other aspects of school life. You are therefore expected to use these tablets in a manner that is responsible, ethical, and polite. We are grateful for this gift, and for any gift, we want to show our responsibility.
The Ministry of Education is taking seriously its responsibility to provide the enabling environment for education of Dominican students. That's according to the Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Saint-Jean. Honorable Saint-Jean was addressing Monday's principals meeting.
In the face of the challenges that we are confronted with, the scarcity of resources, but of course life must continue and we have to provide for all of our schools, whether that school is an assisted school or whether it is a government school. We must provide for the young people of Dominica who are in your charge.
The Honorable Minister also called for strict adherence to the curriculum issued by the government of Dominica.
We want strict adherence to the national curriculum framework. May I remind principals that this document was not just prepared by the Ministry of Education and some EO brought it to a school. This was approved by the Cabinet of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
He says that government will ensure that schools adhere to all measures put in place by his ministry.
Let me just say to you, I cannot understand, Chief, that a student in grade 6 preparing to do the GSAT exams has to purchase 20 textbooks. I thought that I was actually hallucinating until such time that I actually looked at the book list, and it was so long I had to tick them out one after the other until I got to 20. Friends, let me say to you, this to my mind borders on near insanity, and I'm serious about that. So those of you principals, Dr. Blaise and Chief Education Officer and Mr. GIS, do your work. In fact, I'm going to request of the Chief Education Officer that every school adhere strictly to what is given by the Ministry of Education, whether it is private, semi-private, government assisted, or full government financed.
And before we leave here, two announcements. Registration is now open for the January 2016 CSEC examinations. Private candidates wishing to register for this examination can now do so at the CXC Local Registrar's Office, the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, or the Science and Technology Building on Cornwall Street during normal office hours. Private candidates are required to have their last registration or candidate number and a pictorial ID for registration. Registration closes on October 15th. The Bureau of Gender Affairs has extended its submission deadline for its drawing competition and photo video art competition to November 15, 2015. The theme is Stop That Violence. The competition is open to all primary school students and the photo video art competition is open to all. Monetary prizes will range from $75 to $500 EC. For more information, you can find the poster for the competition under the announcements page on our GIS website. That's news.gov.dm. The Dominica State College, through institutional partnership CAR_18 project, is offering the following 12-week pre-technology courses commencing January 2016: bartending, housekeeping, landscaping, and maintenance. Interested persons between the ages of 15 to 29, unemployed, and not at school with 3 CXCs or less are asked to register at the Dominica State College, Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association members, Village Council offices, or contact Don Francis at 315-5128 for more information. This is a pre-technology initiative project funded by colleges and institutes, Canada and UK aid. And that's the English segment of the news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique continue et puis programme de distribution tablette par étudiants de l'école secondaire. Dernier 3 pour te recevoir aujourd'hui, c'était Convent High School, ça c'est l'école Massin en Roseau, St. Mary's Academy et puis l'école secondaire Saint Martin. Ministre Information Honorable Kelva Darou fait parole plaisir pour le programme là.
Et puis aujourd'hui là, nous savons qu'il faut faire, nous devons passer les enfants à l'école Convent High School, l'école SMA et puis l'école Saint Martin Secondary. Ces enfants là, nous devons faire ces tablettes là. Et puis ça pas tablette coco, ça c'est bon tablette pour faire travail. Et puis gouvernement Dominique nous te fait une promesse pour tous ces enfants de l'école secondaire en tablette. Et puis aujourd'hui là, nous finissons le programme secondaire là. Et puis je suis bon content. Tous les enfants qui ont l'école secondaire, ils ont tapé tablette. Et puis ça c'est un bon but. Nous vivre information technologie là. Et puis si on est une tablette, il s'est assisté ça là pour faire travail là de l'école là.
Si le ministre Darou, étudiant State College Dominique, que recevez ça demain.
Et puis demain, nous allons aller faire ça qui est State College là. Et puis tous les enfants qui sont allés au State College, ils ont tapé tablette. Et puis ça m'a dit, ça pas tablette coco, ça c'est tablette là. Et puis c'est le Labour Party gouvernement là. Premier ministre Skerrit qui fait promesse là. Et puis actuellement, nous fulfill promesse là. Et puis bon merci. Et puis bon merci pour tout le monde. Mon Venezuela qui fait l'argent là pour tablette ça là. Premier ministre Skerrit pour il était une vision là. Ministère de l'éducation qui fait un bon job, qui mène qui pour faire ça possible. Et puis tout le monde qui rendent pour faire projet ça là, merci pour eux. Et puis nous continuer pour assister ces enfants à l'école là.
Alors nouvelle, le gouvernement Dominique tient un programme pour relocation résidents sud PA qui affecté par mauvais temps Erika. Permanent secrétaire ministre M. Lucien Blackmore en charge du programme là.
Prime Minister il voudrait une direction qui est spéciale pour des matasala, puisque nous avons tellement dévastation housing qui méritait special consideration. So, puisque cette situation nous peut faire bien bon, il y a un lot to faire environmental concern, physical planning concern, hazard analysis, engineering, les autres bagaille qui est intéressant et important. So, nous pouvons mettre special consideration en place pour faire certains special consideration pour faire certains nos bâtis bons, très distants mais pas notés avant pour ensure que monde mérite taper bon safety et protection or toute qualité d'avancement qui s'accompagne, si c'est cyclone, si c'est tremblement de terre, si c'est flood, si c'est un tour la pluie, n'importe bagaille, les contrôleurs, les constructions là qui est faite, qui de bout bien bâti pour faire certains nous mettre nous bien ordre pour ça.
Sinon, M. Blackmore, premier set Petrocasa au Venezuela, oui, en pays, c'est maison là qui bâti en Guabe.
Nous tapé premier consignment là, 15 all. Quand nous parlons actuellement, arrangement place pour transporter ces matériaux là en site. Nous avons commencé à travailler ça bien souvent, bien actuellement pour faire certaines reconstructions là qui prend place bien vite. Premier temps là, nous avons commencé en place Yukaki Center à Grand Bay. Nous avons déjà commencé à faire toute une préparation là pour faire certains bons chemins, bons dalles, bagailles well designed, well engineered pour faire certaines reconstructions là. C'est ça qui est en anglais best practice.
On a nouvelle gouvernement Dominica fait manœuvre pour ouvrir abattoir là. Parole ça la sortie du ministre de l'Agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drago.
Eh bien, comme ça, nous avons fait manière pour nous ouvrir abattoir. Tropical Storm dédommagé, la gloire ça qui est là pour abattoir. C'est ministre qu'on nous a parlé, ministre jamais ministre de l'Agriculture, mené 2000, ça qui est one day old chick, 2000 pour le fouet à payer pour aider nous, pour nous ça, lever pour nous qui besoin, pour nous ça faire, ça va créer tester nos abattoirs. Le ministère aussi, j'ai employé un manager pour abattoir. Le manager a commencé lundi, et nous avons fait garde pour nous ça ouvrir abattoir tout de suite.
Et puis finalement, Food and Agriculture Organization a assisté le ministre de l'Agriculture, Silno Coulter Erika, Silno Permanent Secretary, ministre de l'Agriculture, Harold Gist, habitant Dominique qui bénéficié.
Ça, c'est l'argent FAO fait donner pour calculer sa post-Erika recovery. Ça, c'est une manière pour faire, pour aider habitants tout de suite, vous comprenez, après Erika, il y a des chimères qui bouchent, il y a des toujours, il y a des chimères qui lavent, il y a des gros dalles, un chimère, c'est habitants pas saturés, produits au jardin là. Pour ça, l'agence a nous a servi pour ça, pour aider ces habitants.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est toute pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Donc moi, c'est McPherson and Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day. Did you know that liquid soap is best for public places? There are many reasons why bar soap can be a problem. Bar soap can sit in pools of water and become contaminated with harmful germs and may be more harmful than not washing your hands. Bar soap can also dry out and develop cracks, which can harbor dirt and germs. Liquid soap, on the other hand, is less likely to be contaminated and is easier to use with less wastage. It's fine to use bar soap at home, but liquid is best for public places. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National.